Millions of drivers are wasting $3,000 worth of gas every year without realizing it. And the craziest part? Most of it is unnecessary. In this video, I'll reveal 13 gas-saving secrets no one knows about. One trick could save you hundreds in fuel cost, and others protect you from expensive engine repair. Mechanics don't share this to you, so watch till the end. Trust me. Number 1 literally saves you $1,500 and all for free. Secret number 13, maintain right tire pressure. Your tires have been silently draining your bank account this whole time, and you've been completely oblivious. Most drivers wait until that tire pressure monitoring system light comes on before they inflate their tires. But here's what you're missing. By the time that light activates, you've already lost hundreds of dollars worth of fuel. The TPMS only warns you when pressure drops 25% below recommended levels. For a regular car, that means you've lost about 8 psi already. But here's the science. Research shows that for every 1 psi drop in all 4 tires, fuel economy is reduced by 0.2%. With an 8 psi reduction, that's a solid 1.6% efficiency hit. Your car's been trying to tell you something. You just never knew how to listen. Seriously, how much money could proper tire pressure have saved you over the years? But here's what they don't tell you. Only 19% of drivers have all 4 tires correctly inflated at any given time. That means gas stations are pocketing billions from our ignorance. And it gets worse. Underinflated tires don't just burn fuel. They wear out faster, especially on the edges, meaning you're paying twice. Once in wasted gas, and again when you need new tires 6 months early. The fix costs nothing. Check your tire pressure monthly when tires are cold, and use the number on your door jamb, not the tire sidewall. No more guessing games about pressure levels or watching your money disappear into thin air. Next is another way to save hundreds of dollars per year. Secret number 12, don't idle very long. Ever let your car sit there running for 10 minutes on a cold morning? But here's the thing. You're burning money at 0 miles per gallon while your grandfather's outdated advice echoes in your head. Unless your car has a carburetor, meaning it was made in the 80s, you don't need to idle for long. Modern cars get warm in seconds, even during winter. When it's cold, manufacturers recommend letting the car idle for just 30 seconds before you start driving. That's because driving helps the car reach optimal temperature quicker, while also using way less fuel. According to government studies, idling uses approximately a quarter to half gallon of fuel per hour, depending on engine size. For a few cents worth of patience, you're burning through actual dollars. But here's the catch. Over 6 billion gallons of fuel are wasted annually due to idling, and half of that comes from personal vehicles like yours. Besides burning fuel, idling causes carbon buildup, corrosion in the exhaust system, and premature engine failure. Even worse, people sit at traffic lights with engines running, when the recommendation is to shut off if you're waiting longer than 10 seconds. Your engine doesn't need a warm-up. It needs you to stop treating the 1950s like they're still happening. Unless you're in sub-zero temperatures, keep idling to a minimum. Your wallet and your engine will thank you for ditching Grandpa's advice. Now let's debunk a myth that just refuses to disappear. Secret number 11, stop using the higher octane. If you instinctively reach for the premium nozzle, even when your car doesn't need it, you're not alone. But here's what most drivers miss. According to the American Automobile Association, over 16 million drivers make the same expensive mistake. This amounts to over $2 billion wasted on gasoline that provides zero benefit. Contrary to what the name suggests, premium has nothing to do with quality. It doesn't improve engine performance, it doesn't clean your engine, and it definitely won't make it last longer. Premium is just a clever, misleading name for high-octane gas. Regular gas has an 87 octane rating, while premium has between 91 and 94. Higher octane resists pre-ignition in high-performance engines. So unless your car specifically requires premium gas, don't buy it. What about cars that recommend but don't require premium gas? Well, Consumer Reports performed extensive testing and found that premium gas offered no advantage. The extra 85 cents per gallon could have gone to something that actually helps your engine, like what I'll reveal in number 5. But here's the irony. The automotive industry spent millions marketing premium fuel as superior, not realizing they were just creating an expensive placebo effect. This isn't creative marketing. It's legitimate wallet draining that happens every single time you fill up. Your mechanic never has to know you've been falling for this trap. Just start using regular and watch the savings add up. If you're worried about your engine not getting hot enough, the next tip will take care of that. Secret number 10, clean the fuel injectors. Your fuel injectors are supposed to spray a perfect mist of gasoline into your engine, But here's the truth. Over time, they get clogged with carbon deposits, varnish, and fuel additives that turn them from precision instruments into dirty garden hoses. When injectors can't spray properly, your engine compensates by dumping in more fuel, and you're paying for every wasted drop. Dirty injectors cause rough idling, poor acceleration, and decreased fuel economy that can cost you up to 15% efficiency loss. That's throwing away $15 for every 100 you spend on gas. For something you can't even see, it's doing serious damage to your wallet. A fuel injector cleaning service costs around $50 to $100 and can restore lost mileage almost immediately. But here's what they don't tell you. You can also use fuel system cleaners every few thousand miles as preventive maintenance. These additives work through the fuel system to dissolve deposits before they become major problems. Professional mechanics know about this, but rarely mention it because they'd rather charge you for the service. And here's the kicker. One $10 bottle of fuel system cleaner can prevent a $100 service and save you weeks of reduced fuel economy. For $10 worth of cleaner versus hundreds in wasted fuel, the math is pretty simple. Check your owner's manual for recommended cleaning intervals and use a quality fuel system cleaner regularly. Your injectors will stay clean and your wallet will stay full. If you're looking for more extreme measures, brace yourself for something nutty. Secret number 9. Remove unnecessary weight. Ever wondered why new cars no longer come with full-size spare tires? But here's what manufacturers discovered. Every extra 100 pounds reduces fuel economy by about 1%. That sounds small until you realize most people are hauling around golf clubs, camping gear, tools, and random junk they haven't touched in months. If you're carrying an extra 200 pounds of stuff collecting dust, that's a 2% efficiency hit. Over a year of driving, that equals multiple tanks of gas just gone. The Department of Energy confirmed this, and it applies to everything. Work equipment you don't need, sports gear out of season, that bag of concrete from 3 years ago. All of it is making your engine work harder for absolutely no reason. But here's the catch. Some drivers have taken this to extremes by removing back seats and even tailgates from pickup trucks. However, risking a $2,500 fine to save 2% on fuel doesn't sound like a wise trade-off. Neither does paying a mechanic to unbolt your back seats. A better option is simply clearing out your trunk and keeping only essentials like a spare tire, jack, and emergency supplies. This isn't just about fuel economy. That extra weight also destroys your suspension faster, costing you even more in repairs. Go through your car this weekend and be honest about what you actually need versus what's just been living there, rent-free for months. Before we dive deeper, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. These hacks only get more insane. Secret number 8, use cruise control on the highway. Most people think cruise control is just for comfort on long drives. But here's the thing. Your vehicle will consume significantly less fuel if you follow speed limits and use cruise control rather than constantly accelerating on each open road section. Among those who have the technology, only 27% of drivers regularly use it, and that's a huge financial mistake. Recent studies prove that varying your speed, even slightly within short periods, decreases fuel economy. For example, changing between 47 and 53 miles per hour every 18 seconds can increase fuel consumption by 20%. The same is true of aggressive driving. At highway speeds, rapid acceleration and hard braking reduce efficiency by as much as 30%. But here's what they don't tell you. Cruise control maintains a steady speed that eliminates those constant fluctuations. Savings are even better with adaptive cruise control as it eliminates hard braking and aggressive starts. On average, you save 5 to 7% on fuel when using ACC. This adds up massively when you do a lot of stop-and-go driving. It's also good for your brakes and your engine. Most cars use about 20% less fuel at 55 miles per hour compared to 70. Your car knows best. Let it do the work while you relax and watch the fuel savings roll in. If you're worried about your engine performance, the next tip will take care of that. Secret number 7, replace a weak oxygen sensor. Your oxygen sensor sits in your exhaust system, monitoring how much oxygen is in the exhaust gases. But here's what most drivers never realize. When this sensor goes bad, your engine can't properly adjust the air-fuel mixture, and fuel economy drops like a rock. A faulty oxygen sensor can reduce your mileage by up to 40% in some cases. The sensor tells your engine's computer whether to add more fuel or less fuel to maintain optimal combustion. When it fails, the computer guesses, and those guesses usually mean dumping in way too much fuel. You're literally burning money through your exhaust pipe. Oxygen sensors typically last 60,000 to 90,000 miles, but contamination from bad gas or oil leaks can kill them sooner. But here's the truth. Replacing an oxygen sensor costs between $50 to $200 depending on your vehicle, but it pays for itself within months through fuel savings alone. Even worse, a bad O2 sensor can damage your catalytic converter, which costs over $1,000 to replace. And here's the kicker. If your check engine light is on and showing oxygen sensor codes, don't ignore it. This is one of those repairs that actually saves you money instead of just costing it. Get your oxygen sensor tested at your next oil change and replace it if needed. Your engine will run cleaner and your wallet will thank you. Now, it's time to reveal the biggest secret gas stations are keeping from you. Secret number 6. Stop overfilling the tank. Nobody likes making trips to gas stations. So many drivers make two very expensive mistakes. They only fill up when the tank is empty, or they overfill by topping off after the pump clicks. But here's what happens when you top off. You can spill fuel, which wastes money and damages your car's paint. Many pumps have vapor recovery systems that reabsorb some of that fuel, but they still charge you for it. But here's the real problem. Topping up can contaminate your evap system, which sits high inside the fuel tank. When gasoline gets in there, it no longer functions properly and can trigger leak codes. Mechanics charge between $1,000 and $2,500 to fix evap leaks. And when work is done on your fuel tank, you lose a fair amount of remaining fuel, if not all of it. Talk about double jeopardy. But here's what they don't tell you. According to the Department of Transportation, you could lose 30 gallons per year from fuel vapors escaping a loose gas cap or damaged evap system. That's more than you'd lose from using wrong oil or underinflating tires. And here's another expensive mistake. Constantly driving around with low fuel is bad for your fuel pump. The pump sits at the bottom of the tank and relies on fuel for lubrication. When your tank is low, the pump can overheat and spoil. That can cost you as much as $1,500 to repair, including labor. The solution is simple. Fill until the pump clicks once, then stop, and treat a quarter tank as your new empty. No more playing chicken with your fuel light. If you want to get to your destination on time and save money, here's another good way to do it. Secret number 5. Use map apps with EcoRoute. Your navigation app has been hiding a money-saving feature this whole time, and you've probably never touched it. But here's the thing. Most modern map apps like Google Maps and Waze have eco-routing options that calculate routes based on fuel efficiency, not just fastest time. These algorithms consider traffic patterns, road grades, stoplights, and speed limits to find the most fuel-efficient path. Studies show that eco-routing can save 5 to 20% on fuel for typical trips by avoiding steep hills, heavy traffic, and routes with excessive stops. Sometimes the eco-route takes a few extra minutes, but you're saving real money by not sitting in stop-and-go traffic burning fuel at terrible efficiency. The app does the thinking so you don't have to. But here's what people don't realize. Combining all your daily errands into one trip instead of multiple short trips saves even more. A cold engine consumes significantly more fuel for the first 5 miles, so warming it up multiple times per day is incredibly wasteful. And here's the smart move. Plan your route logistically to hit all your stops efficiently. Drop mail at the post office, grab your coat from the dry cleaners, and hit the gym all in one trip. Your gas tank will thank you for the strategic thinking. Enable eco-routing in your map app settings today and start seeing the savings immediately. A better option is to follow the next common sense plan. Secret number 4, inspect your car battery. A weak car battery seems unrelated to fuel economy, but here's what most people miss. When your battery is failing, the alternator has to work overtime to keep it charged and power your car's electrical systems. The alternator is driven by your engine, so when it works harder, your engine burns more fuel to compensate. A battery on its last legs can reduce fuel economy by several percentage points while you're completely unaware it's happening. Most batteries last 3 to 5 years, but extreme temperatures and short trips can shorten that lifespan significantly. If your battery is older than 3 years, have it tested. Most auto parts stores do this for free. But here's the kicker. A dying battery doesn't just hurt fuel economy. It can strand you in a parking lot requiring an expensive tow and emergency replacement at markup prices. Replacing a battery proactively costs around $100. Waiting until it dies at the worst possible moment costs way more in towing, time, and frustration. And here's what they don't tell you. A weak battery puts stress on your starter motor and alternator, potentially causing cascading failures that multiply your repair costs. This is preventive maintenance that actually prevents problems instead of just claiming to. Get your battery tested at your next oil change and replace it if needed. Your fuel economy and your peace of mind will both improve. If you want to save more fuel without risking your life, here's another good way to do it. Secret number 3, avoid cheap gas stations. That discount gas station with prices 20 cents cheaper per gallon looks tempting, but here's the truth. Not all gasoline is created equal, and sometimes cheap gas costs more in the long run. Major brand stations add detergent packages to their fuel that keep injectors and valves clean. Discount stations often skip these additives to cut costs. Over time, low-quality gas can lead to carbon buildup, clogged injectors, and reduced efficiency that costs more than you saved on cheap fill-ups. Consumer Reports found that top-tier gasoline, which meets higher detergent standards, can prevent these issues and maintain factory fuel economy. It's not marketing hype, it's legitimate chemistry working in your favor. But here's what they don't tell you. The difference in price between top-tier and cheap gas is usually minimal, maybe $3 to $5 per tank. But avoiding one fuel system cleaning service saves you $50 to $100. Over the life of your car, using quality fuel is significantly cheaper than dealing with the problems cheap gas creates. And here's the reality check. Those suspiciously low prices at no-name stations often mean they're selling fuel with minimal detergents and sometimes higher contamination levels. Your injectors weren't designed to handle bargain basement fuel. Stick with top-tier certified stations and your engine will reward you with better mileage and fewer problems. At least get the next thing right. Secret number 2, save more fuel with one press. Your car has a button that literally saves gas, and most people never press it. But here's what Eco Mode actually does. It adjusts throttle response, transmission shift points, and sometimes even AC compressor operation to maximize fuel efficiency. The changes are subtle, but they add up to real savings. Eco Mode doesn't make your car dangerously slow. It just smooths out acceleration and encourages the transmission to upshift earlier, keeping the engine in its most efficient RPM range. Some systems also reduce AC power slightly and optimize electrical system loads. These tweaks can improve fuel economy by 5 to 15%, depending on your driving style and conditions. But here's the truth. Eco Mode works best in city driving and stop-and-go traffic, where its intelligent throttle management prevents wasteful acceleration. On the highway, the benefits are smaller, but still present. The downside is minimal. You lose a bit of sporty throttle response, but unless you're racing to the next red light, you won't miss it. And here's what people don't realize. Many drivers think Eco Mode makes their car feel sluggish, but that's just because they're used to oversensitive throttles that waste fuel. Once you adjust to the smoother power delivery, you won't want to go back. One button press for up to 15% better mileage. Seriously, why wouldn't you use this? Now, it's time to reveal the most important habit that ties everything together. Secret number 1, accelerate slowly. Here's the nuclear option for saving fuel that makes every other method look amateur, but most drivers completely ignore it. The way you press the gas pedal has more impact on fuel consumption than almost anything else. Slamming the accelerator dumps massive amounts of fuel into the engine, and aggressive driving can lower mileage by 15 to 30% on highways and 10 to 40% in city traffic. The fix is beautifully simple. Accelerate smoothly and gradually. Pretend there's an egg under your gas pedal that you don't want to crack. Gentle acceleration keeps your engine in its efficient power band and prevents the computer from enriching the fuel mixture for performance you don't need. This single habit can save you hundreds of dollars per year. But here's what people don't realize. Speeding doesn't actually get you anywhere faster. Studies show aggressive drivers save an average of just 26 seconds per day, despite taking serious risks and burning way more fuel. You're racing to the next red light while your bank account bleeds. And here's another reality check about aggressive driving. Switching lanes constantly is grossly inefficient. You think that lane is quicker? That's just FOMO. Constant lane changes will not get you to your destination on time, but they will increase your chance of getting into an accident. The smart move is looking ahead, anticipating stops, and coasting whenever possible. When you see a red light ahead, lift off the gas early and coast. Modern cars cut fuel to zero during deceleration in gear. This will not only reduce strain on your engine, but it will also save you serious money. Here's the kicker. These 13 secrets aren't complicated or expensive. They're just smart adjustments that compound over time into serious savings. While everyone else complains about gas prices, You'll be cruising past them with lower fuel bills and a car that runs better and lasts longer. Did you already know these tricks or have more secrets you'd like to share? Comment down below. Anyways, these tricks are very useful, but you know what else is useful? Car hacks that will save you a lot of money. Click this video if you like saving money on repairs. You will not regret it.